One of the biggest problems people have when ordering drive clutches or rear sprockets for their snowmobile is determining which chain their snowmobile has on it. Here we have 4 chains laid out, and I'll explain the difference for you for all 4. On your right we have a number 40 chain. This is very common on a Polaris XCR 120 and XC 120. It is also used on a Ski-Doo Mini Z and a Mini Rev. Right next to it we have a 420 chain. This is OEM, and this is standard on a Arctic Cat ZR and Z120. Next to that we have a 35 race chain, and next to that we have a 35 space chain. I'm going to explain the differences on all 4 here now. The number 40 chain, the difference between a 420 and a 40 is the width, and the width only. The chain is the same length and what we call the pitch, and I'm going to have the camera zoom in on this. You'll see that the distance from this pin to this pin is exactly the same. That means it will fit on the same sprocket. The only difference, as I said before, is the width. This chain will not fit on a small sprocket, and this chain will not fit on a small sprocket. And what I mean by that is for 35 chain. Next to that we have 35 chain. Obviously you can see the difference. It's about the size of bicycle chain, and our pitch that we had talked about before, and I'll have the camera zoom in on that again, the distance between the pins is a lot closer. Next to that we have our space chain. The space chain is also 35. The pin distances are the same, but the main difference on a space chain is the side links, where I have this business card, do not touch. What that does is give a very low rolling resistance. This chain is used on a lot of racing snowmobiles, along with the 35. This is the most efficient chain that we build. Now I'm going to show you the difference between a 35 chain sprocket and a 40 chain sprocket. In front of you, both of these sprockets have 34 teeth. This fits the 40 and the 420 chain. This one fits the 35 and the 35 space chain. As you can see, they both have 34 teeth, but you see the difference in diameter. Obviously, trying to put a 35 chain on a 40 pitch sprocket will not work. On the same respect, putting a 420 or a 40 chain on a 35 chain sprocket will not work. So the biggest thing that you need to look for when trying to determine on your snowmobile if you have what size chain you have is the measurement. Now obviously these two, if your sled is brand new and never had any clutches taken off, can be removed. It leaves us a choice of the 40 or the 420. Like I said, this goes for the Polaris and the Ski-Doo. The 420 goes for the Arctic Cat. If you're still not sure what you have, you can always go by measurement. I'm going to lay this ruler out, and I'm going to lay it across the 1 inch mark. You can see that it's approximately a ½ an inch wide, the 420 chain. If you go to the 40 chain, you're going to see that it is approximately 5/8 of an inch wide. Either way, when you order sprockets for these two chains, you'll order our part number BALS sprocket, which is for the big chain. And if you order for the 35 chain, you'll order our ALS sprocket. This is the biggest difference between the chains. Hope this helped you.